I realized that I wanted to be an architect when I was 7 years old. That Christmas, my parents got me a present that I will never forget.
A geography book?
Hey guys, my name's Dami, and in this video I want to share with you my top 3 gift ideas for architects, and I'll also tell you about the best present that I ever received. So for me, the criteria for a gift is really simple. Number 1, usefulness. Is it something that I can actually use every day? Or is it something that's just gonna sit there and collect dust in my apartment? Most architects, I think, are minimalists and they're extremely organized. So they hate clutter and they hate having things that are not essential to their lives. Number 2, beauty. Is it nice to look at? Is it nice to touch? Is it gonna make you happy when you see it? The last criteria is meaning. What is the meaning behind the object you're giving? If you give someone bath salts, it could mean, I want you to have a really nice, relaxing evening. Or it can mean,
girl, you need to take a bath.
So the first gift category is notebooks or moleskins. A notebook is an essential tool for an architect, and he or she is gonna go through many of them throughout their lifetime. A good moleskin is high quality, it's durable, and it's much more beautiful than a standard notebook. It's meaningful because it's something they can use to develop their creativity, and they'll probably think of you every time they use it. The tricky thing about notebooks is that some people can be kind of particular about it, sometimes for reasons that you might not even understand. Out of all of these, can you guess which ones were gifts? Personally, I like black notebooks. I like having a shelf full of black notebooks. It just adds a little bit of consistency to my very inconsistent life. In fact, this notebook has much better quality paper than any of the other ones, but I just like having a shelf full of black notebooks. Also, it took me a couple of years to figure out which ones I like the best. I used to have these big giant notebooks without any lines on them, but I found that I was only using a small portion of the pages. Then I started using these tiny little notebooks because they fit perfectly in my purse. And then I tried horizontal notebooks. I also experimented between blank notebooks to gridded notebooks, and now I only use dotted notebooks. I don't really buy any other notebooks. I like the dotted A5s. I like having the guidance, but I find the grids to be a little bit too rigid. I will put the links to these in the bottom. Another good gift idea is books. Architecture books are generally beautifully designed, but are very expensive. Here are some classics that every architecture student will need. These Ching books, I used them even out of school when I was studying for my licensing exams, and I still use them today as a reference. But keep in mind, technical books are very high in the usefulness factor, but they might not have that wow factor. So if you want to go a slightly different route, inspirational books can also be a great gift. And last but not least, my personal favorite gift category is a good pen or pencil. And today I will be talking specifically about the Rotring pens. Rotrings are like the Cadillac of pens. It's the pen that you will use and treasure your entire life. It's German, but it's manufactured in Japan, so you know it's really good quality. You can tell it's a Rotring because they all have red bands on them. The first Rotring gift that I got was from my girlfriends when I was leaving for architecture school 10 years ago. And they came to see me off at the airport and they gave me this pen and they said something about using this pen to do great work. The gift was a Rotring 600 pen, and it has a full metal body with the distinct Rotring hexagonal shape. And this is the Rotring 600 in lava, which means that it has a speckled finish instead of the straight black metal. They actually don't make this model anymore, unfortunately. But they have the newer versions of the fountain pens that you can buy. And I've tried them and they're just as good. The only difference is that they have a knurled grip here. This one doesn't. And I think this pen has actually helped me become a better sketcher and a better note taker. I just love writing with this pen. the ink flows so smoothly onto the pages, and it's just a very nice, satisfying writing experience. They have a weight that you just don't have on a regular pen or pencil. You know, I kind of feel like I'm holding a very significant object in my hands. It's not just a pen, it's a tool that you use to bring your ideas to life. The weight of it also helps you press down onto the pages without putting too much pressure on it. And it also helps with the balance of the pen so you can actually write for longer periods of time. All the Rotring full metal body pens or pencils have this really nice weight to them, which I love. And that being said, I would actually love to show you how it actually writes, but unfortunately I dropped it right on the nib not too long ago, so it doesn't really work anymore. And because it's a special model, I haven't been able to find anyone to replace it. So that's the caveat. If the person you're getting this for is quite clumsy, then this might not be the best gift for them. And so they do have the newer versions of these that come with the knurled grip here. Oh, also, if you're getting them a fountain pen, make sure to check it has the refillable cartridge. If you get them the cartridge and the bottle of ink with the pen, then that will make a really fine gift. So the second Rotring that I got was from my mom a couple of years ago. And this one is the Rotring 800 mechanical pencil. And like the fountain pen, it is full metal body, so it has a very nice weight to it. And the weight keeps the pen balanced when you're writing for long periods of time. And if you're buying this for someone who's getting ready to go to architecture school, trust me, they will be drawing and writing for long periods of time. So the knurled grip can be quite handy. So I really love this pencil. It's beautifully detailed and it also has a retractable tip. So for someone like me who likes to carry around their pens in a purse or in their pockets, this is a really good safety feature. The hexagonal shape also keeps it from sliding off tilted tables. And I also found that compared to other mechanical pencils, it's much harder to break the lead on these. I bought this Rotring 600 for myself because I thought I had lost the other one. And it's a little bit more affordable than the 800, but it doesn't have the retractable tip. It's also slightly smaller in diameter. I like them both. I think I actually prefer the size of the 600 a little bit more, probably because I have a pretty small hand. But I think the majority of people that I've spoken to actually prefer the 800. I mean, both of these full metal ones are extremely high quality and they'll last you a lifetime. They're in the $30 to $40 range, so it's a good price for a gift. But if you are looking for something more affordable or you're maybe thinking of getting it for yourself, they also have the 300 to 500 series, which has a plastic body. So it's much lighter, but it's also still very good quality. Personally, I think any of these like full metal body pens would make really great gifts. It kind of ticks all the boxes. It's functional, it's durable, and I'm pretty sure the person you're getting this for will use it almost every day. It's just a really nice object to have sitting on your desk. It's also very meaningful. Architects draw and take notes all the time, so this makes that process much more pleasant. The mechanical pencils are probably a little bit more practical than the fountain pens, but the fountain pens I think make a much more memorable gift. Another last idea is Copic Pens. So architects use these all the time, but they can also be quite pricey. You can buy the full set, or you can buy them in a set of 5, so you can collect your inventory over time. And if you're getting it as a gift, and if you're getting one of the smaller sets, I would suggest getting some of the neutral colors, like the grays or the beiges or the oranges, because those are the colors that we tend to use the most. You know, just the fact that you've watched till the end of this video tells me that you really care about this person, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be happy with whatever you get them.
Just don't get them a geography book.
So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.